Hi guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to balance your strength training and your running. This is something that a lot of people like to do now, where they are combining both strength training and running into their weekly schedule. The issue is a lot of people are getting it wrong and they're either overdoing it in one area and it's causing them to disrupt their training in another. I'm currently training for my next HYROX race, so this is obviously going to be specific to HYROX, but what I'm going to show you is that you can balance strength training and running in just a generalized training program if that's your goal. I'm going to show you the 3 main keys to keep in mind when trying to balance strength training and running. And today I'm actually going to be doing a double day, which means I'm training twice in the same day. This isn't something I typically do, and I'm going to explain why later on in the video, but I wanted to show you, if you are someone that wants to train twice a day, how you can actually do it effectively and efficiently. First session of the day for me was a 50-minute aerobic run. So session 1 of the day is a 50-minute easy run, low to mid zone 2. Doing this in the morning. It's currently 20 past 11, and then it'll be some lifting later on. Easy 50 minutes, average pace 4.7 per kilometre. So session 1 of the day done. That was just a really easy zone 2 run. Kept the pace to around 4:48 per kilometre. Then we'll be back later on for some strength training. Today's going to be an upper body focus. So the first key to properly balancing strength training and running is to do them on different days. I know that's probably not the answer you wanted to hear, and it's not the purpose of this video necessarily. Most people think that doing both strength and running on the same day is going to get the most benefits. But if you want to see the biggest gains in your progress, both in your strength and your running, it is absolutely best to do them on separate days. The reason for this is because they create opposing adaptations, and one session will impede with the next. For example, if you go for a run in the morning before your strength session, there's a chance that the energy burned and spent in that run will impede the quality of that strength session. On the other hand, if you did your strength training in the morning and then your run in the evening, there's a possibility that the gene signaling activated from that strength session will be impeded by the run in the evening. This is because both strength training and running will activate opposing genes. When one is switched on, the other is switched off, and vice versa. This means that we're almost limiting the gains of what we can get out of both our strength sessions and our running. That's why it is typically best to leave it 24 hours between doing one typical modality of training. So I will personally separate my strength sessions from my running sessions over the course of a week. Normally, Monday would be a strength session, Tuesday would be a run, Wednesday would be a strength session, Thursday would be a run, Friday would be a strength session, Saturday would be a HYROX workout, given that's my goal at the moment, and Sunday would be another run. That means each day I'm effectively leaving it at least 24 hours between strength sessions and running sessions. But today, as I said, is a double day. I'm doing 2 sessions in the same day. You can make progress doing it like this, and if you keep watching, I'm going to explain how to efficiently and effectively train on the same day. Oh, it's a good day. New running watch. Got the Garmin Forerunner 955. Please ignore the mess I made trying to get the label off. I've had the Forerunner 55 for a couple of years now. Still works just fine, but the battery's going a bit slower. Just wanted an upgrade. So excited to give this a go. Pre-strength training meal. If you saw my day in the life video, you will see me make this. Greek yogurt, protein powder, granola, apple, banana, cinnamon, and smooth peanut butter. So I'm gonna have this now. The time is currently 3:51. Planning to train about 5:30. So just got back to the gym. Got the second session of the day. It's going to be an upper body strength session. So easy run this morning, upper body strength session this afternoon. Gonna get warmed up and then start with some bench press. Got 4 sets of 3 reps, about 80% 1 RM. Gonna give 80 kg a go, see how it feels, go from there.
Okay, well, I'm not waiting for those
Started with 4 sets barbell bench press. About to move on to some barbell hip thrusts and some strict pull-ups. Lastly, going to finish with the T-bar row and banded tricep pushdowns. Job done. What if you want to do running and lifting on the same day? If you're going to do this, there are a few things to bear in mind. And the second key, ultimately, to balancing strength training and running is to do them with a significant amount of time in between. As I said, it is optimal to leave it about 24 hours, but if you can do them on the same day, I recommend leaving at least 6 to 8 hours. This is basically just going to allow your body a bit of time to start the recovery process and allow some of the adaptations to bed in from the stimulus from that first session. For example, I just did my run this morning at about 11 o'clock and I've just done my strength training at about 5 o'clock. So that's been a minimum of 6 hours between both sessions. And in that time, I've relaxed, I've chilled out, I've stretched, I've taken on some more food, taken on plenty of fluids, and I got my energy levels back up so that I could go back to the gym and actually get the most out of my training. Post-session recovery. And the last tip, of course, is to make sure that you're prioritizing your nutrition. If you're training twice a day, chances are you are going to be burning a lot of energy, a lot of calories. You're going to need more calories to actually recover from those sessions. As you've seen, I made sure that I had a decent sized meal of carbs and protein a couple hours before my strength session. I actually ended up having 2 meals between my run and my strength session. This basically just fills my glycogen stores back up and make sure I've got enough energy going into that strength session. Another big thing as well is to make sure you're hitting your protein target. As I said earlier, running can interfere with some of the gene signaling caused from strength training. If you're not hitting your protein target on a daily basis, you are going to struggle to gain strength, gain muscle, and get the most out of your strength sessions. I personally aim for around 2 grams per kilogram of body weight. So if I'm about 85 kilograms, on a daily basis, I look to have about 170 grams a day. Might seem quite tough, but when you break it up into meals and shakes, it is doable. Just make sure that I'm fully recovered from a strength session and also have been able to provide my body with the materials needed to get the most out of the strength session and to make sure all the adaptations come to fruition. That's all for today, guys. Thanks for watching. As always, please subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.